Alright, so last episode we took over Hansi Flick's Barcelona for the 25-26 season, and we started off with our first games of the season here, taking on Valencia away from home for the first game of the season here, in which we scored a great goal here with Rafinha and Yamal linking up for the first goal of the season late in the game. But after that, they did get a goal back, but that would only spur us on further after they did get technically a kick-off goal against us there. We went through with Lewandowski opening his account for the season there, and one goal later on saw us get a 3-1 victory with Ferran Torres and also Firmino Lopez linking up to make that goal after coming off the bench. But up against Athletic Bilbao in the final game of the episode, we took on them here with Yamal opening his account again with a goal there for the first one of this one. His second one coming there from Rafinha, who got the assist for the first goal. And a great goal there from Yamal. But the goal of the bunch here comes from Rooney Bargi, who scored a very similar goal to the goal that obviously Messi scored against Bilbao in that game against in the Copa del Rey. Also kind of a goal that essentially recreation, obviously from Maradona and also Messi. Let's get into today's episode, made some big signings and also taking our toughest challenges yet. And to start today's episode off, we're going to make a few signings for the team. We're going to sign a new striker as a backup to Lewandowski and possibly first team striker in the future, and also a new centre back to either start with Araujo in the team. If we do end up setting Araujo, that we could possibly do, and obviously move Kabasi to the right and then play. Who we're going to sign as a left-footed defender in the team. Let's get into the window and hopefully complete all the deals we want to do and make a great team here and go on to win all the trophies that we can do this season. And for our first signing is a player that I did not expect to be signing in this Career Mode, but it's with Darwin Núñez. Obviously made the move to Al Hilal in real life, but we're going to sign him here to be a backup striker to Lewandowski and possibly a first team striker, as we know Darwin Núñez in this game is actually a very good striker. The Liverpool series we did on FC25 managed to win the Ballon d'Or with Darwin Núñez, so that's how good he possibly can be for us. But hopefully we're going to bring the Uruguayan into the team here, and it's going to be the Darwin Núñez we've seen in the past for Liverpool and also for Benfica in his time there. And our next signing here for 44 million is Gonçalo Inácio, signing from Sporting. A player that Barcelona are looking to buy IRL to possibly replace Araujo in the team's been linked with a move away to like Chelsea. Man United have been interested in him. A player that they could cash in on. Obviously, Barca are in need of financial stability, so they play like Araujo. They could get a bunch of money for and buy someone like Inácio for a cheaper price tag and could be a great defender in the team. But Inácio signs for us to partner up with possibly Kabasi if we do end up selling Araujo. But Inácio signs for us here to be a great centre back for us in the team. And our final signing of this window will be Mats Wijfer, joining here from Brighton, the Dutch midfielder, if I'm not mistaken, obviously formerly of the Eredivisie. Signs was here to be a backup CDM because we only have one backup CDM in Casado, and if we do get an injury to either of the midfielders, Frankie de Jong or Pedro, someone like Wijfer can come into the team as an out-and-out CDM, can do great for us in the team. I see a 79 rated player, I believe he is. 24 million were paid for him. We'll be a great backup player for us in the squad, and possibly we'll get a few first-team appearances this season. And as you can see, via the calendar, we haven't got really many big games coming up. We're going to sim all the way to this Real Madrid game. So we're just going to cut to the Real Madrid game and show you where we are after simming all these games. And hopefully we can beat the likes of Villarreal, because Villarreal are going to be a tough challenge. Other than that, we've got Marseille in the Champions League, which will be decent. And also Sevilla. The rest of the game should be guaranteed victories for us. We're going to sim to the first Clasico of the season. And hopefully, when we get to that one, we are still undefeated in the league and we are doing well in the Champions League. Alright, so we've got to the Osasuna game and they're currently third in the table, so we're going to play them with a rotated team. We're going to bring in Gonçalo Inácio, Wijfer and also Núñez into the squad for this game. Well, let's get into this one up against, like I said, third in the table in Osasuna. I wasn't expecting it when I saw it. I thought, you know what, we might as well play them since they're third and see how good they actually are. Let's get into this one and hopefully not pick up a big loss to Osasuna, which would be a shock loss if we do lose here. Both games were played in the first episode. He scored the first goal of the episode, and Lamine should have scored there. What is that? Thank you. Just Koundé. Looking for Darwin Núñez to score, and he's done so. And Núñez has got his first goal, possibly in a Barcelona shirt, because I'm not too sure if it's scored for the second team, or in the team anyway, when we're simmed through, because I've not really been checking. But Núñez scores for us here to make it 1-0. And Jules Koundé of all players gets the assist for all the chances we've had so far in this game. Darwin Núñez has scored a goal. And like I said, he should be a great player for us in the team. He's always a great player in FC. He's got good shooting, pace, physicality, height, good dribbling as well. He's a striker that, is great in game. He's not the best striker IRL, but he's a good striker in FIFA. Is that a gaffer? And that's our wall. There is Inácio intercepting. Obviously, with Inácio and Kabasi partner up in defence, we have a left-footed and a right centre-back. Left-footed and right-footed centre-back. instead of 2 right-foot centre-backs in Kabasi. Okay, how did that pass not work out? Or it's a corner for Osasuna whipped in, and that should be dealt with there by Balde, and it's going to be not dealt with, but we do make the save there, and Weifert does well there. I'm going to play the ball out here into Lamine. Get it into Gavi. And play it back to Lamine. Lovely play here, Lamine. They run across there, Lamine. Beats the defender. Can he get the shot away? Lamine Yamal makes it 2. From almost conceding due to the game being a bit weird with Balde. I tried to just take it down and clear it, but the game just made him like, I didn't know what happened. He just didn't clear it. He took it down and didn't clear it. But we break away from the corner, from the corner they took. When Max Weifert doing well to hold up the play. Played it to Gavi, or played it to Lamine, who linked it well with Gavi there. We'll make it 2-0 here, and Osasuna, despite being second in the table, are not looking the best here, because we're 2-0 up against them. But you would expect Barcelona to beat Osasuna, to be fair, no matter how good they are playing. And we are doing so currently, which you'll have to see. We'll play to a half-time, and now soon the rest of the game, we'll continue swimming our way to the Real Madrid game. And then that should be the biggest challenge of the episode. But here they come in the attack. They might score a kick-off goal here. Nasir blocks, and then Nasir gets it away. He's played great, by the way, on his debut. And the take is actually going to go for goal. And Ruben Garcia's free kick is going to be caught by John Garcia fairly comfortably there. And that's going to be a hard time. 2-0 up, so we've got a similar to the game. Like I mentioned before, after we scored with Lamine. And the scoreline will end up being a 3-2 victory, but then getting 2 goals in the half-time, or after half-time in the second half. And we managed, luckily, with the captain Rafinha, to get a goal later on to win it, because I was not expecting them to bring it back, but they almost did do. But thankfully, Rafinha did score. And what another pit stop before we get to the Real Madrid game is Sevilla. Currently are second in the table, which is to be expected. Sevilla are a decent team. They've not been the team they've been in the past couple of years, to be fair, though. We are 5 points ahead of them. Madrid are in 4th right now with 18 points, so they're looking decent, but they're 2 points behind Sevilla, this team we're about to play. Let's get into this one here up against them. And see, we are still top of the table, undefeated. We've only drew a game in the simulation in between the last game we played. And for this game, I'm actually going to play Nunez and Nasir again. Max Weifert, by the way, in that last game was absolutely incredible, so I'm going to take him on the bench instead of Gavi. No, take off Gerard Martin, so I don't really make full-back substitutions. And let's bring on Nunez at striker again. So we're going to play Pedri and De Jong in midfield, and Asio centre-back, and Darwin Nunez again at striker. Ball into the box, looking for Batshuayi in the header, who does win the header, and that's going to be wide of the post, though, for the team. Just a little bit. So we go. Nobody in this into Dani Olmo. And right there, that's the Soda City rain there. This place just take an age to move sometimes. They wouldn't do IRL, but you know what I mean, in SC they just do. I mean, look that from him. The rain ain't going to stop him from moving at pace, and he shoots and he scores. And what in the Real Madrid series we just did, I was a little bit unimpressed by Vini Jr. and Mbappe, but Lamine Yamal has met expectations in this series. He is unbelievable. Lovely bit of skill there from him, and a great strike. I mean, not saying that Vini Jr. and Mbappe were bad in the Madrid series, by the way. They were great, but mainly Vini Jr. I was a little bit unimpressed by in most games. But Lamine Yamal in this series is, well, proving to be worthy of the number 10 and proving to be our best player in this team. As Lamine checks inside. Darwin Nunez back here. Lamine, you know what? Lamine, finesse shot, was saved there from the keeper. Inacio. You never know, and that was a great attempt from him. And win it back there with Darwin Nunez. So with him up front, we're playing chaos ball most of the time. Ball in to Lamine, who makes it 2. And Darwin Nunez, got to give his flowers. He did what to win it back and waited for the opportunity to get the ball into Lamine, who very early in this game has got a brace against Sevilla. And they are second in the table. Again, similar to Osasuna, a team that we should beat. But Darwin Nunez is incredible here, and Amin gets into the space, opens up there, and gets the shot away first time, finds the back of the net. And Sevilla, here at the Camp Nou, are being drowned by the rain and drowned by the goals we're scoring in this one here. Lukabakio doing well to find Batshuayi, who shoots and puts it wide of the post. Ball into Batshuayi to Garnacho, who's looking to use his pace set, and Nasir, can you catch up to him? And Nasir can't do it, he blocks it. Balde working together to try to get the ball off him, but he's beating them there. Garnacho, and Nasir's there to read the game and what he wanted to do. Dani Olmo, last chance before the half-time break, getting it forward. Rafinha making a move, but Dani Olmo is going to be wiped out in midfield there, and that should be a red card for their player. He may have injured Dani Olmo in the process, hopefully not. That was an awful challenge there. And that's only a yellow. That is cynical for injury or so to the team. That, if you looked up cynical in the dictionary, this is cynical. But let's try and maybe float one into the box there, why not? De Jong in. We win the header. Oh, we can't find the Yamal though. If Sevilla don't get back into the game, if I make it 3-0, I'll sim the rest of the game. I mean, Dani Olmo, oh look, that too fine. Darwin Núñez. He came from Benfica, went to the mighty Reds, and now he's playing for the Blaugrana. I believe that's Barcelona, right? The Blaugrana, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is their nickname. And Darwin Núñez here does bury it. He's got a goal and an assist in this game here. He did well to get the assist and a great, in there to Dani Olmo, who flicks it onto Darwin Núñez. And I did say I'd sim the rest of the game at 3-0, and I will do so. We'll make a few changes though to make sure some players get some game time. The likes of Fran Torres will come on. We'll put Núñez off, and we'll put Rashford at striker. We'll also bring on Casado and also Firmino Lopez. Why not? And we'll sim the rest of the game once the substitutions have been made. And hopefully, no shock, upset or injury will happen here. It will end up being a 3-0 victory, and you'll have to see it. And as you can see by the league table, 6 games later, after we simmed all the way through those games and obviously played 2 of them up against Osasuna and Sevilla, I see Osasuna now down there 6th in the table, and Sevilla are still 2nd despite us beating them. And Atletico Madrid are coming away up the table now in 3rd place, with 20 points. And Real Madrid on 9 points behind us and 19 points. They're not looking great, but they are 4th in the table, so they could have a late comeback at one point and not too far behind us anyway. This would be the first El Clasico of the season and the series up against them at home, away from home, Let's get into this one and hopefully defeat Real Madrid. Alright, so for the start of this game here, we're going to do post-commentary for this, because right now at this point when I was recording, there was some construction going on outside and you would be able to hear it. It's just an annoying drilling noise in the background. I did check and it was audible through the mic. I can see Lewandowski just put it wide there, so I thought to save you guys from hearing it, I would do post-commentary up until you won't be able to hear it for the rest of this game, which does switch at some point later on. But Yamal here, ball through to him, gets a shot away, was actually clattered there by Militao from behind, but apparently no penalty was given there, which I was a little bit confused by at the time. But then a shot was saved there by John Garcia. I thought he possibly should have had a free kick themselves there, but that challenge on Mbappe late on there after the shot. But Lewandowski was played in behind here. This time gets a shot away and does score to make it 1-0 here to us. There's a great goal there by his, and Lewandowski does score. And at this point, I was kind of saying that Real Madrid usually are a team that do score kick-off goals against me, because if you go back and watch like games against Real Madrid in the Champions League finals, or when we do tend to play against them in the league, they either are super easy to beat, or they score the rattiest of ratty goals, kick-off goals, rebound goals, etc. Mbappe, Vinny and Rodrigo, they tend to have just a look on their side and stuff like that. But as you can see, at this point here, I was kind of expecting to concede a kick-off goal, because Stanley Ceballos was at a force field around there and couldn't get close to him. And I brought into Mbappe here, back there, and a 1-2 almost played through there to Rodrigo. But thankfully, we did stop them. But the mouse, there was some great skill moves there. Then the shot there was blocked though by the defenders, and they got it clear. Madrid will come in the attack here again, but it was a good bit of defending from Araujo. Surprisingly, that we did get the ball from behind. And then, as you can see, Rodrigo absolutely decleats, I guess you could say, Kabasi there, just snapping him from behind for no reason. And as you can see, he does see red, double vision there. He saw red for the challenge and sees red for the challenge, if you know what I mean there. But Yamal does it for the half-time break, was looking to get another goal for us here, just putting a bit of skill and a bit of flair, gets a finesse shot away, blocks it by Militao, however would retain possession and get it back into Lamine Yamal, who again would open up the space, look for a finesse shot. As you can see, a great bit of skill there, looking for the space, gets it, and again no blocked, but Eden Militao, unfortunately, and Rafinha here would run through, look for a shot, and does unfortunately put it wide to the post, but send you back to live commentary. Dennis Ceballos to Tchouaméni, looking for Mbappe, but there's Kabasi. Got a shot away. Pedri, led up from him, he's had a great game. Rafinha, inside, Rafinha should score, and Rafinha does score, and it's 2-0. It's 2-0 to Barca here at the Bernabeu against a 10-men Real Madrid after Rodrigo got sent off. And I'm actually glad it was Rodrigo, by the way, because Rodrigo tends to be the hardest player to defend against in the Real Madrid team. And Mbappe and Vinicius, fairly easy most of the time. But Rodrigo with his dribbling is just another level. He's just got the best AI in terms of movement for some reason. And Rafinha here scores to make it 2-0, beats his fellow Brazilian in Militao in the process. Darwin. Rashford running through. Who thought they would see Darwin Núñez and Rashford linking up in a Barcelona team? But here we are, Darwin Núñez. We have signed the version of Darwin Núñez we had in the Liverpool series a year ago, or whatever it was now. Because that was incredible there from Darwin Núñez. The dribbling there, to cut it back, get inside, then chip Courtois, and makes it 3-0 here. And we're Real Madrid, since going down to 10 men, it obviously was in our favour. It's Vinicius now. Alright, it's the more there. But Kabasi's done even better to stop him. Camavinga. Looking to find Mbappe here, and he's done so. Mbappe hits it, and Mbappe scores. You're 3-1 down, lad. I won't celebrate if I were you at home at the Bernabeu. He can. Really Bargy on a bicycle kick, didn't even attempt it. Yeah, but you know what? Frenkie de Jong, why not? Frenkie de Jong, hold that Mbappe. You scored a great goal a minute ago, but Frenkie de Jong has just scored an even better one. To end the game, the last kick of the game for us anyway. They're going to get the kick off, so that's technically the last kick of the game. But Frenkie de Jong has just absolutely battered that one into the top corner. I just thought, why not? And Frenkie de Jong has just picked out the top corner perfectly there. That's an insane finish there from Frenkie de Jong. That's an awful replay. We need to see that better. You know, we're going to go into the replay after the game. We're going to finish this up here. And after the game, we're going to look at that goal again, because that was unbelievable from Frenkie de Jong. There we go, the end of the game. It's a 4-1 victory at the Bernabeu. No clean sheet, unfortunately. We probably deserved one, but they get a goal in the end. But I want to see that goal again from de Jong, because that was unbelievable. Oh, that's the perfect angle. Look at that strike. That's incredible. And let's get the drone shot of it as well. Let's just watch some more of the POVs. Yeah, that was an insane goal. Oh, this is going to be a great angle of it as well. That's an insane goal, man. I just had to watch that again multiple times, because that was unbelievable. We get a 4-1 victory, against Real Madrid. We dominated the game. We deserve it. They had 2 shots across the whole game. And just what a performance that was from the squad. And for the final game of today's episode, we're going to take on Ajax here in the Champions League. They're currently 5th, we're currently 4th, so we're both in good position. So we're going to rotate the team slightly, give Hector 4 a game, bring in Mats Vath and Casado in field, also Gavi and Núñez in the team as well. Let's get into this one at the Johan Cruyff Arena and hopefully get a big victory over Ajax here to end the episode. Team, I see some great players as well. And here's Ajax. I've not played Ajax in FIFA in a long time, so it's going to be fun to play against them here. This ball whips into the back post, but to Mika Götze, who's hit the side net in there. We need to actually sign and use Mika Götze in the series. Mika Götze to send through his fellow Dutchman. That's great defending there from Manasseh again, no. And no free kick there. Brian Brobby gets the ball off at Alejandro Balde. That's shot there by Traoré. It's Sebastian Garcia, and Yamal's got the ball off Traoré there, and Yamal can now run and send it through to Gavi. He can play it across to Darwin Núñez, and it's 1-0 on the counter from the corner. We've been under pressure the whole game so far. For the past 14 minutes, they've been the better team, but Darwin Núñez strikes the back of the net to score another goal for us in this series, and is looking like a great signing. The same with Gonçalo Inacio and Mats Vath. They've been great in the team, as you've seen. But Núñez here mostly gets more of the highlights due to being a striker and getting shots away and scoring goals. But Núñez here scores and makes it 1-0. And by the way, Ajax, we could do another Ajax series on the channel. We did one a few years ago now, back on FIFA 23, when I just started making Chroma content. So an Ajax series would actually be pretty fun to do. So let me know down below if you would like to see an Ajax Chroma, either only in the FC25 or in FC26 at some point. So that would be a fun series to also using young talents like Mika Götze, etc. So Núñez cuts it back. Yamal, oh, I love that from him. Yamal, oh, what was that shot? Why did it go straight at the keeper? I was aiming far corner. I don't even know what just happened. Traore, good defending, but it's going to fall back to them. Kenneth Taylor blocked by Casado, but again it falls back to them. And Casado in there, and again it falls back to them somehow. And that's a ball blocked to Bakabasi. I'm trying to see if he can get it clear to Yamal. I love that from him. Gavi now. And send through Yamal. He can Trivela it to Darwin Núñez. It makes it 2-0. And well, in this game we have been counter-attack FC so far because Ajax have been good in this game going forward. They've looked great. Mika Götze has been incredible. He's got a few shots away, but has been unlucky not to score. And well, Trivela passed there from Yamal. Classic from him. And Darwin Núñez is on for a hat-trick in this game. Rifling it into the back of the net for a second time. And puts us 2 goals clear of Ajax so far in this one. And if I do make it 3-0, I will see the rest of the game, and it will be a fairly shorter episode, as it's been, well, it could be 3-0 here. I literally could have just spoken it into existence, a hat-trick. That's why I did a post. That should have been it. That should have been 3-0. But the fouls it doesn't give you, but gives away sometimes. Gavi, why not? Gavi before the half-time break. Gavi is denied by the keeper. That ball is through. Brian Brobby to get them back in this game. Brobby, interesting decision. He shoots and scores. Okay, that was a weird way around getting that goal. I'm not so sure how they did end up getting it, to be fair, because I felt like the first one should have been the goal. You know, when he passed it to Mika Götze for no reason, but yeah, somehow gets across to them again, and Brobby does score there. That was strange the way around it, but they score and they're back in this game. And Núñez, can he end it here? No, he can't. Wins a header, gets it to Yamal as well. Amin with the pace is inside of Amin to make it 3, and he's made it 3-1. And well, that is going to be the end of this game here. We're going to sim in a second after the replay and the celebrations, and we'll make a few changes as well. And Amin makes it 3-1 here. We'll leave Núñez on to try and get the hat-trick, but Amin will be coming off here after this. And well, one episode it's been, other than Real Madrid, we now had to play a full 90 minutes. And even in the Madrid game, it was a 4-1 victory in the end. And Yamal here scores a great goal. And he has been unbelievable in the series, by the way. It's so fun to use. His dribbling's incredible. And you didn't get to hear it in the Madrid game, but after he did score his goal in the first one, I think it was, I did say like his dribbling is on par with Messi in this game. Like his dribbling's insane. And other than that, let's bring on Firmino and also Araujo just to kind of boost the rating for the rest of the game, and also Jules Koundé at right back. And we'll see the rest of the game here after the changes are made. There we go, and it should be a fairly comfortable victory in the end for us. And Mika Götze, by the way, he has looked great in this game. I do want to use Mika Götze at some point. It will be a 40 victory in the end with Fermin Lopez getting a goal for himself. And well, that's going to call it for today's episode. We still have 93 million left in the budget to spend if we do decide to make a new signing. We also could sell Araujo to bring us some funds, because as you can see right now, we are playing Inacio and Kabasi in the starting 11. I need to actually put Kabasi, well, Inacio into the starting 11. There we go. So I've really liked Inacio so far. Him and Kabasi have been great together in the back line, and we could sell Araujo. We could get like 140 million for him, maybe like 120 to 130 is more realistic, but we could get a bunch of money for him. He would be a great player to sell, but it would be a great player to keep at the same time. So drop in the comments below if you do think we should sell him. I mean, we don't need to sell him. He could be a great player for us to just use in the team every now and again. And if we do end up doing this season, so we could sell him then. But right now, I feel like he's a player that we could definitely keep and just kind of use when we need to get a ratings boost, or just if he needs to play in the starting 11 at some point. But right now, the team's playing incredible, and Lewandowski up front has been good, but Darwin Núñez has come into this team and it's an absolutely incredible. So I think I might even put Núñez in the starting 11 for most games. I'm going to keep Lewandowski there for the sims, so I don't have to keep taking him out and putting him in for the ratings boost, basically. But right now, the team's playing absolutely incredible. Mats Pfeiffer, by the way, another great signing that I made. I brought him in because I realised we didn't have many midfielders in CDM position other than Casado. I mean, Gavi could have played it, but he's not a CDM. So I thought we needed to bring in a CDM. And Mats Pfeiffer has been incredible. Obviously, a Brighton midfielder at IRL, he's been unbelievable. A player that I've looked at using a bunch of times in Career Mode, but we actually do get to use him here in this season, and it's been incredible so far. But Inacio, by the way, he has been incredible at centre-back, man. I mean, we expect nothing less from him. He's always a great defender in a game since he first arrived in FIFA as a young talent. But him and Kabasi together have been incredible. And this team right now is playing incredible as well. Let's look into the stats of the players and who has been the best performing player of the team so far to end the episode. As you can see, Lewandowski, 8 goals and 1 assist. Yamal, 7 and 1 as well. Nunez, 7 goals and 2 assists. As you can see, up there with Lewandowski in a similar amount of games has been doing incredible for us. Rafinha, 4 and 4. Gavi, 4 and 4 as well. And in terms of assists, it probably is those two there. No, it's going to be Pedri with 6. Interesting that he's up there with the assists. He's been playing incredible for us in the season so far. So drop in the comments below if we should sell Araujo and if we should spend the 100 billion plus probably around 200 billion if we do sell Araujo, on who in the comments down below in the January transfer window. That's going to call it for this one. So if you've got it to enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching and goodbye.